Hey Aries, welcome to my space, welcome to my channel. This is going to be your weekly messages for the month of June, obviously. For June 13th through the 20th. That's what I meant to say. Sorry guys. But welcome. Anything that is on your mind that may be troubling you this week, or maybe it was troubling you last week and it kind of bled into this week. We're going to try, well, not try, I'm going to give you guidance based on what my spirit guides me to tell you, Aries, and based on what my spirit guides lead me to tell you regarding what's on your mind this week. Okay? How you can remedy that, what you can expect, advice and encouragement, so on and so forth. These videos have been kind of running a bit long, and it is just a weekly reading, but once again, I'm here to give you as much information as I can for your guidance this week, because sometimes that's just what we need. We need someone to kind of walk. We're human, right? There's a lot of things happening in the world that we don't have answers to. We're just being told this is what's happening. This is how you should feel about it, whether it be through the media, the government, whatever, right? Being told how to think, how to feel, what to do, what not to do, right? And sometimes we just need just a bit of encouragement, some words of wisdom. We need a higher power or a higher frequency to kind of guide us through, help us navigate our lives. And this is what I do here, right? And this is what I'm going to help you do for the week ahead, which is June 13th to June 20th. Just making sure I make that clear. So, yeah, let's go ahead, Aries, and see what the week has in store for you. Let's jump right in. Universe, source, archangels, ancestors, spirit guides, gods, goddesses, earth, spirit, earth guides, please come before us to speak to the sign of Aries. My beautiful Aries people. What messages do you have for Aries for June 13th through the 20th? 2022, from June 13th to June 20th, 2022, for their week ahead, June 13th to the 20th, 2022, for my beautiful Aries tribe. Let's see. Aries, thank you, spirit guides. June 13th to the 20th, 2022. Let's see. Ooh, okay. I think Gemini got this. So some of you guys, you have Gemini in your chart, or you're dealing with a Gemini who is maybe a soulmate. Okay, it doesn't have to be romantic, but they got this too. The moose spirit of wisdom. Some of you guys may have Gemini in your rising, or maybe in your moon sign, specifically your rising, for those of you who resonate with that, or you have Aries in your rising. This is interesting. It says, let your head and mind reach to the stars, yet keep your feet grounded on the earth. Listen to the ancient wisdom in your soul. The ancestors speak through you. You know much. I'm getting something different, slightly different for you, Aries, with this card, even though Gemini did get this. We'll see what the tarot come out to be, but I'm getting something slightly different for you with this card. Yes, I do get, definitely ground yourselves. You have a lot of ideas this week, Aries. You have a lot of ideas. Actually, your message seems like it is the same as Gemini's, but there is one addition to it that I didn't pick up for Gemini. And I'll get to that in a second. But what I was telling Gemini this week, you have a lot of things going on in your mind. You have a lot of things that you want to accomplish. You have all of these ideas. You have dreams. You have goals. Right? Great. However, do not allow what's going on up here, just like I was telling Gemini a couple days ago, do not what is happening up here, whatever is happening in your mind, do not allow that to cause you to do something stupid or do something prematurely, right? Wait on it, pray on it, right? Meditate on it, go for a walk on it. I don't care. Sleep on it. Whatever it is, do not allow the air to blow you into a situation that you are not ready to address. Okay? Just saying. Ground yourselves. Root chakra energy. Okay? Root chakra energy. When you feel like you need to run somewhere, probably should just sit down. Right? When you feel like, oh, I gotta go, you know, you're zooming everywhere and you feel, or maybe that's what's happening in your mind, or, oh, I need to give this person a piece of my mind, or I need to go talk to this person, or I need to make that phone call, or, you know, I need to hurry up and send that email, or I need to drive over there and, you know, A, B, C, D, F, G, whatever it is that you feel you need to do, Aries, or whatever you feel, whatever you feel you need to do, the universe is saying, no. You're coming from a place of speed. You're coming from a place of impatience. Relax. It's fine. You don't need to do all that right now. Think about it first. And after pondering and, you know, checking in, going through it, doing your research, whatever, and the universe still brings you back to that conclusion that you really need to get something done, then go ahead and go through with it. But don't just do it on a whim, whether it be out of anger, out of fear, even happiness. Sometimes we can be very happy about something, right? We can be so happy about something and so ready for something, and we're just like, I'm about to go do this. This is gonna work for me. This is gonna be great. And the universe is just like, not if you go in it with that energy, or it's not. Right? Or your creator, your God, whoever, your ancestors. Now, get into the ancestors. That's the addition to your message that I didn't pick up for Gemini. Some of you guys work with ancestors, or you have a close connection to the people that came before you, right? In your family who have passed on. Like, you love your grandparents, you loved your great grandparents, whoever. Those who have passed on before you, or lived before you, or raised you, right? Some of you guys, Aries, have a very close connection to family. And that means a lot to you. Now, back to the grounding and the patience, right? Your ancestors, or there's a specific ancestor possibly, or passed on loved one. And some of you guys, this is not really, ancestral as far as your roots and your genetics. This can be your ancestors from another realm, your ancestors who created your soul, the ancestors who may have raised you spiritually and cultivated you spiritually before you even entered this life. That I still consider ancestor energy, okay? But whoever your ancestors are, whoever you consider ancestors, there could be ancestors who are telling you, slow down. Please listen to them, okay? There is some ancestor work here that you may need to practice here, Aries, if you're into that kind of thing, right? You have a very powerful lineage here, Aries, for those of you who work with ancestors, with your family. But others of you, there's some potency here with your passed on loved ones and your ancestors. Some of you guys, there's an ancestor who is giving you a lot of downloads, or is multiple ancestors giving you a lot of downloads. There's something that they've learned on their spiritual journey, or maybe they learned it in their life when they were alive, and they're trying to protect you or keep you from something by giving you these downloads, or sometimes you may say something that you normally wouldn't say because that's your ancestor speaking through you. You know, that's very powerful. Very powerful energy here, okay? Bear that in mind. Let's see. Let's go ahead and pull some tarot. Let's see what the tarot have to say. For Aries, universe source. For my beautiful Aries people, what messages do you have for Aries for their June 13th through the 20th, 2022? What messages do you have using this tarot for Aries, all my beautiful Aries people? 5 cards from the top of the deck, universe source for Aries for June 13th to June 20th, 2022. Let's see, guys. Some of you guys need to go back to your roots. I don't know where I'm getting this energy from, Aries, but you need to go back to where you come from culturally. Doesn't matter where you're from. Your ancestors are waiting for you. They want to connect with you. Some of your ancestors are just very proud of you, and they kind of live life vicariously through you. They're just enjoying. Some of you guys, you can have tea with your ancestors or create like a dinner. For those of you who practice witchcraft, or your religion is all about that ancestor work, right? You may need to actually have, this is out of the blue, y'all. Out of the blue. What is interesting, literally while I'm sitting here thinking about this, there is this music that's playing. I hope that my microphone's not picking it up because I don't want copyright, but there's like this tribal, almost like maracas and tambourines, and am I saying that right? And drums that are playing. And it just came out of the blue. I've never heard that music. I've lived here for a while and never heard of that music. There are those of you that need to go back. I'm getting like New Orleans, I'm getting like voodoo. I'm getting, even if you're European, like that ancient European back before Christianity, like, or even ancient, if it is Christianity, it's ancient Christianity. It's like, there is somebody among you Aries, there are some ancestors that are really wanting to connect with you. And there's a ceremony that your ancestors are having. They're waiting for you. I don't know where that's coming from, Aries, but it's a beautiful feeling that I'm getting, okay? So, ancestor work is important. And even if it's not your genetic ancestors, it's your spiritual ancestors, okay? Because I have my genetic ancestors, so to speak. I don't necessarily work with them, but they, I communicate with them sometimes, because some of my ancestors, like, they still got some human tendencies, and I'm just like, I ain't trying to do that, right? So some of you guys are dealing with that, and so for me, I'm not an Aries, but I'm just saying as an example, I prefer to just work with my spiritual ancestors who created my soul, because they're the ones that are facilitating a lot of things in my life. They know my purpose. They know where I'm supposed to be. So there are those of you who maybe you just need to work with your spiritual ancestors instead of your genetic ancestors. But it depends. It depends on your religion. It depends on your spirituality. It depends on what you feel comfortable with, right? It all depends for those of you who are into that. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the tarot, you guys. I'm sorry. That was such a side note. I'm so sorry. Well, I'm not sorry, actually, because that's what my spirit guides want me to talk about. So I need to stop saying sorry so much. Hangman. Okay. This week there's a perspective shift for sure. There's something that's changing in regards to your perspective and your mentality towards something, or your thoughts or emotions towards something. Aries, I'm still getting some more ancestral energy here. There's a family member that got hanged or something. That is dark. That is so dark. I feel like I need to get a bell or something. Like this is very dark energy for some of you. Like your ancestors. You guys have an ancestor or ancestors who really went through some dark times, and there's some of them that did not survive. Especially for those of you who have like a background or a culture where maybe there were pagans or witches or slavery or sacrifices. You know, if you have a heritage genetically where there was a lot of violence or a lot of detriment and murder or death, these spirit guides, these ancestors want to connect with you, okay? It doesn't matter your religion at this point. Some of you guys just need to do research on your family. You need to find out where you come from, okay? That may, in some ways, give you some more wisdom, okay? It may help you really feel more confident about yourself as an individual when you find out more about your family. Okay, so there's like genealogy, things like that, DNA test. There's a lot of shit out there nowadays that, you know, you can find out, but I'm still picking that up. When I saw this hangman, that's what I saw. I don't know. I've been seeing the hangman all throughout all of these readings for everybody, and I'm getting a different feel for y'all. Okay, now in a general sense, Aries, I'm picking up with the Hanged Man again. There's something that's shifting for you this week. Okay? Not so much like shifting physically where, you know, you are shifting. Your mentality is shifting and changing towards something or around something. And once again, I think Gemini got the Hanged Man too, where you just need to kind of wait things out. You just kind of need to, if you have Gemini in your chart, please check out Gemini's reading, okay? There is an energy of needing to just relax. Just let things unfold. You don't need to pounce on anything. Let it come to you. Right? Six of Wands. Knight of Cups. Okay, there's success here. Judgment. That's at the core of your reading. Yeah, things are going to work out. Things are going to unfold. Wow, yeah, there's that ancestor energy, y'all. You're on the path to success, Aries. This week, you're on the path to success. Does that mean that you will manifest that this week? You'll see the success this week? No, but you'll feel it, or you need to facilitate that feeling, right? You have the Six of Wands. So this is Leo energy. So there are definitely those of you who are definitely, you can expect a happy ending, okay? Or maybe there is something that ended, or a journey that you were on for a long time. In the beginning of this week, you started to feel better, that you finally made it, that there was a triumph over something, okay? Could have been an illness, maybe you were feeling sick last week or throughout the month or throughout the year, and this is the week where you feel so much better. You feel like you've come out of it, you've beat it, right? Others of you, this again, there's a win-win outcome here. That's what I see. Something happened, it was great, or it will happen. I still see this as a positive reading because this is something regarding some of you guys. This can be an illness that was in and out, okay? If you've been having an illness, okay? Or maybe there's a family member regarding, that's been ill. I feel like they're going to beat it. It's going to be fine. But others of you, I don't know where the illness is coming from. See, that's what I mean. Like these random visions and energies are coming to me for you, Aries. So some of you guys may have a certain illness or some type of like physical struggle, okay, that you've dealt with. And this week you're feeling very triumphant. You're feeling very victorious and successful because you beat it. You've done it. And This could be an illness that doesn't necessarily bother you every day. It could be a chronic illness, something that's just kind of happens randomly. You know, you have good days, you have bad days. But with the Knight of Cups here, I feel that this is also surrounding. This is definitely in the heart space, okay? You're pursuing something. There's something that you're pursuing, something that you want to do regardless of an illness or regardless of financial setbacks, regardless of whatever, right? There's something that you want. There's something that you really want to pursue. And you're being helped here. You're being helped. Right? Some of you guys who have Cancer in your chart, or you're dealing with a Cancer energy, right? A person. Or dealing with a love interest, someone who loves you very much, or you're in love with them, whether that's been spoken or not, right? But there's something here that you are in love with, or someone. Then we have the Judgment card. So there's something that you're coming out of this week, okay? You're coming out of it this week, mentally, emotionally, physically, whatever. And it could be an illness. It could be, you know, a sickness. You're coming out of it this week. You're going to feel better this week. I guarantee it. Or if this is a family member or a friend or someone that you love, a significant other, they're going to come out of this illness. They're going to come out of this state. It's only temporary. Okay. And then we have the Six of Cups. So this is something regarding the past. And once again, I see ancestral energy here. This can also be regarding children, most definitely your children. Maybe there's a child who's sick. I feel like they're going to come out of it this week. They're going to heal this week. Okay. Yeah, something. Wow, there's one of these cups that says past life regression. I never really paid attention to what these elixirs said on this card, Aries. So there are those of you, you're on medication. Someone's on medication, or you need to be put on medication or change your medication this week. And maybe you've been waiting on that. You've been waiting on getting your medication changed or getting a refill, okay? Or this could be a family member or a significant other. They've been waiting on that. Others of you, maybe you need to be put on medication for something. There's definitely a period in your life that has felt dormant or dead, or it just felt, you know, and there's definitely something that you want, but just remember, there is some faith. Whatever it is that you're trying to run towards, there is an ancestor or a spirit guide here that's trying to help you to understand, Aries, that whatever decisions that you're making should be based off of faith in the process, because we have the Fool card, and this is someone taking a step or stepping off of a precipice or stepping off of a ledge because they don't see what they're going to land on or how they're going to land. They don't even necessarily know if they'll survive. But this is a very special step, and they know that. And you know that, or you should. The universe is encouraging you. Your ancestors are encouraging you to understand that, yeah, you have a lot of thoughts. Maybe you have a lot of anxiety around something. Do not make any steps this week, or really in any given time in our lives. Like, that's the lesson, right? But we're talking about this week. So this week, do not make any steps based on, if it's not based on faith in the process, you probably shouldn't be taking that step. If this is about an illness, or an illness, whether for you or someone else, and you're feeling afraid, or you feel like, I need to get this, I need to go make that appointment, or I need to hurry up, and that's hard, right? But there is a faith step, right? There is a process here. There's something that you need to learn And I feel that there is an ancestor or a spirit guide here, specifically an ancestor, that is really trying to help you take this step in the right way. Not take this step out of fear or out of anxiety. A step of faith. Because the Fool card is not someone who's trying to hurry up and jump off the ledge, right? This is somebody who's like, I don't know, I gotta think about this, right? Because it is the time. You have the Judgment card here, so it's time. It's not like the universe is saying, no, like it's not the time. No, it's the time for sure. This is time for you to awaken and to change your perspective and to, face your past. This is time for secrets to be revealed. This is time for the darkness in your past or within your ancestral background to be revealed to you. It's time. But the energy with which you are moving with, like where you're moving towards your goals, may not be the right energy this week, and you need to fix that. Now, others of you, maybe you're moving because, oh my gosh, this is a great idea. This is going to be great. I'm going to be successful. Let me go ahead and sign that paperwork. Let me go ahead and give them my final answer. No, you need to because this is something that you definitely want to pursue. This is something that you want, whatever that is this week. However, doesn't matter how good it sounds. Does not matter how good it sounds. Wait on it. Just give it some time. I don't think this is a long period. It could be 6 days, right? Like a few days. You got 2 6s here, so maybe let 6 hours pass before you start doing something, throughout your day, because some of you guys may be rushing around a lot. Maybe you just need to give it maybe 6 minutes to breathe and think about something, right? 6 hours, 6 days, whatever, right? Let's go ahead and see. Let's clarify these cards for you, Aries. I hope I'm making sense for the week ahead. For Aries, clarify these cards. Universe source for my beautiful Aries. Clarify these cards for Aries. June 13th to June 20th, 2022. Let's see for Aries. What messages do you have for Aries? Clarify these cards for Aries for June 13th to June 20th, 2022. Some of you guys may be hopeless romantics. And that's you can romanticize anything in your life, right? Could be a passion that you have, a career, a job, person, place, or thing, right? And you may be wearing your heart on your sleeves regarding this, and you're just like, I want that, I love that, it's so amazing, and it's going to be so good for me, right? And you're just posting about it on social media, you're constantly talking about it, you want people to understand how much this means to you, and blah, 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 or whatever. And you may really, you're really wanting to pursue, right? But there is a sense of patience as you're pursuing, because there's always something that we need to learn, right? Let's clarify these cards for you guys. Okay, you have strength. Strength does represent patience in so many different ways, right? This Leo, some of you guys have Leo in your chart, right? Wow, I just thought about this. Look at this card, guys. For some of you, this is ancestral energy. Look at those tribal tattoos, and right? It's like there's an ancestor here. Okay? Doesn't matter your culture. But there are those of you who come from a very strong background in your family. Okay? And it may be connected to how you move through your life. If you're fearful of something and you feel like if you don't grab that, you're going to lose everything, there's something regarding your family or your ancestors who may teach you, like, hey, you don't need to always rush towards something. Savor the moment, right? But with the Strength card coming out here, this is about standing on your own. You don't need to depend on certain circumstances to pan out a certain way to feel happy or to feel secure. The Strength card in the traditional tarot is a woman holding a lion's mouth open, right? And the lion is just letting her. You don't see anybody standing next to her training her on how to hold the mountain, what to do in the presence of that lion to hold its mouth open. No, she's just doing it on her own. She knows what she's doing. It's the same thing for you, Aries. You know what you're doing, or you have what it takes. You just got to convince yourself of that. You don't need to rush to do anything, because when we rush to do something, that means that we don't have faith in ourselves. We don't have faith in the process. Does that make sense? We have Death, Scorpio energy, clarifying the Six of Rods. Some of you guys have Leo or Scorpio in your chart. Two very different energies here. There's success. There's an ending to a journey, right? There is an ending that happened, maybe beginning of this week, but it was very successful. Could be towards the end of the week too, right? Maybe towards the end of the week you're going to feel more successful. You're going to feel better after taking that leap of faith, and after practicing patience, you're going to thank yourself for it, okay? Your ancestors will thank you for it, and you'll thank your ancestors for that, okay? And I also see the Death card. It could be your ancestors. These are people who have died, passed on before you, lived before you, and they're here to usher in success, right? Get the Chariot. Cancer energy, that's clarifying the Knight of Wands, which is also Cancer energy. I read that as Cancer. That's that hopeless romantic feeling at home with someone or with something, right? Opening your heart. There are those of you that really, you want to make a beeline for something, or you really want to go after something. I get it. I really do. However, Two of Swords, Libra. You shouldn't rush towards it. You need to stop and make a decision here. And it may be difficult for you because you really want to go after something, but then the universe is like, well, here's another option. Here's another way to accomplish this. And it may be hard. You may feel like, oh my gosh, like, really? I just want this to be over with. I just want to get this done. I want to go after this. I want to, I want to have this in my hands, right? And the universe is saying yes. With the Judgment card, it's like, yeah. But the way you're going about this, not the best. It's not the best way, right? Or it could be your ancestors saying this, right? Some of you guys, you're awakening your ancestors. Some of you guys, your ancestors may have been dormant or asleep or haven't said much or shown themselves. And I feel that there are those of you, this decision that you make is going to awaken them or bring them to you. It's going to help them find a way to you. That could be for one of you. Then we have the Empress, clarifying the Six of Cups. So this is definitely about loving yourself. This is about nurturing yourself, making things happen for yourself, and trusting the process. Like the Empress is pregnant. She can't force the baby out, right? She just has to wait, whatever that baby is for you, an idea, a job, a project, something you want. Like you're pregnant with something, but you can't force this to come out. You can't force this to be born. You can't force this to come to a conclusion, right? You have to first go face your past, face your problems, because there's something here that you need to face that's connected to your past or your childhood here. Some of you guys are dealing with a mother, or this is regarding your mother. Maybe she's sick, or this is regarding your past with your mother. Maybe you are a mother. Okay? You may have a mother who can really help you with this. You have a mother who can really give you words of wisdom and comfort you. Some of you guys, this is you wanting to rekindle a relationship with your mother, or with your children. You know, you want things to be better with you and your children, okay? Or with a child, you want things to be better with a child. Could be a sick child, a sick parent, maybe you're sick. But I just feel there is something that, maybe if you're pregnant and you're really sick during your pregnancy, I feel like this week there's something to learn. Okay, don't rush around. That's especially if you're pregnant and you're not feeling good. You should not be rushing around. Okay, you need to relax. Okay, don't be rushing around for anybody or anything. Yep, there we go. We have the High Priestess. I'm telling you guys, clarifying the Fool. You have to let things unfold. The High Priestess has the ultimate faith in the process. Whatever darkness comes her way, or whatever light shines upon her, or whatever light is shown in the darkness for her, she just faces it. She embraces it because she knows that it's going to take her to a better place. It's going to open a new door for her or him. It doesn't matter if you're male or female. So guys, this is not the time to rush. The High Priestess represents deep wisdom as well. So there's definitely ancestor background. There's ancestor energy who is trying to help you on this journey towards success, or this happy ending, or getting what you want. You're definitely going to get what you want. However, you will slow down the process if you are being too impatient, Aries. So if you're trying to travel somewhere and you really want to go on this vacation, or you really want to, oh, I want to go this place, I want to go visit this, restaurant, or I really want to go visit this country or this city, or if the plane tickets are too expensive, right, just save up for it. If you don't, maybe you shouldn't get that too cheap of a plane ticket, because it may turn into a disaster, right? If the universe is saying, hey, don't go during this time, don't go this week, or if your ancestors are saying that, you might want to listen to them, because they may be saving you from a world of hurt during your travels. Okay, so that's also a thing as well. All right, Aries, much love and light to all of you. I wish you guys the very best of luck on this journey. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see you guys in your next reading. Bye, Aries.